All right, before we get started, use the code CLOUDZ the pod, CLOUDZ the pod, all one thing, all capital letters. Make sure you have caps lock on when you do this, or you just press shift for each letter. That's up to you. Get 10% off and w.gg. I'm going to do an unbiased reaction to this video that is 4 days prior to me recording this. I thought I would look into this. It seems to be something that's trending right now, so I'm going to put more of my student psychology into the works here. I'm going to have my own opinions as well. Creek Squad is probably going to come in here and have their opinions. I want you all to know none of this is meant to be personal, and none of this is meant to side with anybody. Even though I do have my opinions on that as well, that is not what this is about. I've been hearing people saying that this guy is out of his mind. There have been cases where I've looked at it and I've been like, yeah, you kind of seem a little crazy. But I want to do a full review of a video that I haven't seen yet myself on my own and see where it takes us. Now, there might be some lag time. I do apologize in advance if any of this lags. But we're going to do what we're going to do because I need a YouTube video.
Is it a spiritual war if your opponent don't have spirit to go to war with? Well, you see how my face looks. And I see y'all's faces. Getting tired over there? You can lie and say you're not. You are. So how does it feel, other side? Can you go look yourself in the mirror? You'll probably make a YouTube video.
Okay, so right off the bat, done yet? Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing that, like, okay, he starts out with this like kind of very meaningful kind of quote, like a warrior's quote kind of thing, which I respect entirely. But then he gets onto this high horse behavior, where he starts talking about people that are hating on him. Okay, that's understandable. I mean, I I talk about people that hate on me all the fucking time. Mainly primarily through my music. Uh, excuse me. But the thing is that I mean, I don't know. It seems like he's starting off a little rocky here, but maybe he's getting somewhere. Maybe he's getting somewhere. We're gonna see. Uh, I'm gonna get through this. We're all gonna get through this together. I don't think he started off too crazy here. I've seen some videos that are a little wonky. All right, I'm gonna be honest. Dog was drinking water. Sorry. Um, this thing picks up everything. I'm telling you, bro. But anyways, let's continue on. Let's. I hope it doesn't get worse. I wanna. Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me. I want to give him a reason to say the stuff he says. You know what I mean? I want to prove some people wrong. In some cases, they're definitely fucking correct. I've seen some shit, and I'm not gonna get into that. I'm focused on this one, and that's wherever it goes is wherever it goes.
Video being like, I'm doing it in the mirror. You really can't look yourself in the mirror. You don't like that face. It's tired. It's exhausted. It's said a bunch of shit that's in the universe. It's going around the world. It's gonna come back and bite you in the ass.
So now he's talking about karma and everything. So the last bit of it is gonna come back and bite you in the ass. I can agree with that. You say hateful things at some point, especially if you got a career that's up towards his or like within that lane. It can really harm you. He still hasn't really specified who he's talking about. It just seems like he's talking about haters in general. I don't wanna, like, automatically assume it's about ACAL or Broadnex or any of those people. Um, so we'll see if he ever, like, gets allows us to deep diver and deep diver allows us to dive deeper into this situation. Um, but, eh I think that was a little off course there with the way he went about it, because like I said, I can agree with the karma coming to bite you in the ass. I can agree with the premise of what he's trying to say, but the way he puts it out there, like, you look in that face in the morning and it's ugly. You hate seeing that. It seems like he's coming on a little bit strong, but again, he's not overstepping the line. So I still have yet to see anything too fucking crazy.
Yes, and you know it is. Why, I think I've been letting all y'all talk. Look how you've been talking. Well, that's going somewhere. It's coming back around. And it's coming right back to the person who said it. You. All 150 of y'all, which is another thing. How does it feel thinking you're doing something to me?
150 of y'all. Now, I don't know if that's just him under exaggerating on purpose about somebody's fan base, which could quite possibly be it. Or if there is excuse me, if there's a specific hate group out there that is like 150 people, which I have a feeling it's not the latter. I have a feeling it's it, it's the front men right there where it's somebody's specific, like it's specifically somebody's fan base. I think he's purposely under exaggerating because he's trying to. I think what he's trying to promote here is that, hey, I have more fans than you ever will have, or that you do have. I'm starting to connect the dots here. It started out very vague and generalized about just fans in general or haters in general. Now it seems like he's doing it very slowly, which I can see why that would kind of like irritate some people. But it's also helping him kind of point out the facts of the situation, and it's given us enough to dive into. I'm really like starting to think that maybe some of the stuff he's now, granted, again, let me remind you what I said earlier. There are a few things that he said that are out there and posted that I've been like, okay, it's a little crazy. But when it has to do with the recent situations and everything that's been going on, I'm starting to see where he's coming from. So, and I still have yet to see anything too fucking crazy and out of this world that he said. Just gotta dive deeper into. You gotta actually like really listen to what he says instead of assuming right off the bat that he's out of his mind.
And the entire time, you're proving me right. I appreciate that, by the way. It's funny watching y'all mock yourselves when you think you're mocking someone else. You're not. I mean, do you really think anyone out here thinks y'all are strong-willed and believe anything that you're saying to yourself?
Okay, let's go back a little bit.
I mean, do you really think anyone out here thinks y'all are strong-willed and believe anything that you're saying to yourself? No.
All right, so what he's talking about here is now he's getting more into the factor of like, you're hating on me and you're trolling me, but what do you have to go along with that to prove these things that maybe not these things that you're saying, but I don't think he's gone that far yet. But I have a feeling that's what this is leading into. I could be wrong. But he's still talking about these haters, and now he's describing how they behave and what they actually get out of it. There we go. That's what I was looking for. He's speaking about how they say all these things, but they're not getting anything from it. You know what I mean? There's no pro or con. They're just kind of sitting there collecting dust with their comments. Excuse me. Uh, again, oh, he runs the onto the internet, says stuff. Okay. I don't think as much as people say he does that he pays attention to every single comment. I mean, there's been times where I've seen him like reply to 3 or 4 people on like a continuous basis. But again, that might be for, you know, the drama expectation of it all, which I can't judge him on the dramatics, to be honest with you, because I do drama commentary and I react to dramatic shit. So I can't be here and be like, "Yeah, well, fuck Upchurch for that." I I can't do that. Um, again, nothing too wild has been said, and we're about almost a quarter of the way through the video. I am starting to think that some of my opinions that I've had lately, I should probably start taking back because now that I'm actually diving into this man, into a video that seems a little bit more sound than most of his videos and getting his actual perspective, and he's deep diving into everything here. I Creek Squad, I'm sorry, man. I've released reels on my Instagram in the past. I've said some things on live streams. You guys have seen me on YouTube videos where every now and then I pull up something and I'm agreeing with everything that everybody else says about him, but not actually like diving into stuff. Excuse me. Um, I'm not saying that I'm gonna be like full on Creek Squad or full on ACAL or any of that stuff, but I'm saying that I'm gonna be a little bit more unbiased about what I say now, and I genuinely mean this. This isn't for fucking clicks and views. Mean, I don't know if he'll even see this. Um, but it's the pure fact that now that I'm sitting here and looking at this psychologically, I don't think he's as crazy as people fucking say he is. I think he has fallen off a little bit, maybe a little more personally than music wise. Um, I think that's more the issue is the personal struggles he's had with. I'm not going to bring up anything sensitive, but it's been said in songs and by him in the past year. He's had a lot of fucking shitty situations. And honestly, we can't be ones to sit here and judge this man, because even if he is having a mental health crisis situation right now, for us to sit here and be judgmental of that and call him crazy and a tweaker and all this shit, excuse me, and call him crazy and call him a tweaker and shit, you know, I'm recognizing that it's probably not in our best interest to continue doing that because whether they are on drugs or not on drugs, alcohol, like using it all. Uh, Once an addict, always an addict, and part of that is sobriety. And if he's going through being sober right now, bro, and we keep sitting here and bashing this man online, at some point his mental health state will deteriorate. It will. Uh, and what you guys think is crazy now will be even crazier later. Trust me, I know because I am a fucking addict, bro. And I'm sure, I'm almost positive because I've seen some some streams from Ambro, and I'm sure she is not very pleased with half the shit that these other people are saying to this man. It probably affects her too. She is a huge holler back Holler Boy fan and of Ryan's and everything. And as an addict who is literally right in the epicenter of his area, reacting to his stuff and giving him, you know, the kind of attention that he deserves right now because he's being shit on everywhere. Uh, it probably harms her too. I mean, I know it harms me because now that I'm recognizing what's actually going through this man's mind and he's actually sitting here and being more so on a kinder level, and he's being a little calmed down more than he has been in the past year. I think this is gonna be the one video where everybody needs to sit here and actually take in the stuff he's saying. I saw in the comments that at like 40, 45 seconds, somebody was like, "Oh, he's off his wrong. This man's lost it. He's fallen off." And it's like you're only 45 seconds in, and you're saying this shit. That says more about you than it does about this man. You couldn't even make it through a full fucking minute, and you already shitting on the guy. So now that I look at that and I look at it from a better perspective and everything, now I think that I'm like, shit, bro. I, I used to be one of these fucking assholes in the comments, and you know what? It's not. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help you. Even if you're a reactor and you're shitting on him in his own comments, or in your comments, even it doesn't make you look any better. It doesn't make you look worse all the time either. I mean, some situations maybe, but it, not just pure hatred against somebody is not going to make you look better or worse. You're going to sit there, and your comment's going to sit there, and then there's going to be this comment of you and whomever it is beefing in the fucking comment section. So then here comes your next video. You're going to throw it up. I'm not talking about any specific reactors, but that's what I've seen lately. I feel like this is the video of explanation that everybody needs, and you just need to sit and listen to what he's saying and not just pick apart every little bit that he says. Actually, listen.
Look at y'all. If you were so strong, you wouldn't have to meet up with 150 people to put all y'all's very low wattage brains together. Would we all really just see a bunch of dumb people all convince each other they had a good idea and a good plan?
All right. So I think okay. I wouldn't say this is crazy. I think he's being a little narcissistic here. Ryan, please don't hate me. HB Rec and Creek Squad, please don't hate me either. I'm just giving my honest opinion. I think that's a little narcissistic. I still not crazy though. Still not stepping over the line. I think he's just, and he's starting to laugh too. So I mean, like, it's a little unbalanced by him doing that, but still not completely wrong. I mean, again, for the past year, this man's been shit on like no fucking other. Uh, so I think the 150 people is more of like a metaphoric thing. I don't I don't think it's literally that many, but I think it's more than that, definitely for sure. But I think this is a target towards these people who are a smaller group, at least, that are just targeting him at the end of the day. Don't think what he just said and him laughing is the best approach. But again, we did get a lot of context as he slowly but surely deep dived into everything, you know?
What we really just seen was 150 people and a bunch of money try to get rid of me.
Okay.
And it didn't even put a dent in anything I'm doing. That's why I look like this. And y'all look like you've been in the desert for a week and the life sucked out of you. I didn't have to do anything. I let y'all sit back and do it to yourself. It must be a hard job convincing each other what you're doing is working.
Okay. I agree with him there. I think a lot of haters try to, in some way, shape, or form, in some way, they all try to pay off each other. They get with one another and they form these groups and they bully you until, because they're all getting something from it. This is where they're all getting something from it, because they got somebody who needs something from them, but they also need something from that person too. So they team up and they work together to hate on people. These are these like troll army groups that are out there. I mean, Facebook used to have fucking several of them. I think they still do. But these are those troll army groups that just have conversations and chats about who we targeting next. They'll like post you on Reddit, Quora, Facebook. They'll even have exposure pages on fucking Instagram. But they're pretty good at hiding themselves. And usually these are people who are riding for somebody else. Now, I'm not going to say that other person is paying them off in any way, shape, or form. But these troll army groups and these exposers usually operate independently on their own. They see something and they're like, "Oh, you like that person too? Oh, cool. Let's fucking go. Let's be a cold defendant for him, right?" And that's usually what they do. So I understand where he's coming from here. Um, him saying when you realize that you're not getting anywhere with it. In retrospect, that's true. I used to be somebody who trolled a lot. I mean, I lightly spoke on it earlier where I said like I was one of these people who hated on this man for the longest fucking time. Uh, but I'm gaining a better perspective of why he does what he does, why he says what he says. Again, minus some of the extra videos that are a little odd. I'll put it that way, a little odd. But again, I've watched them, so it's not like I haven't watched them, bro. That's why I'm talking about them. But I still don't see anything too crazy. I think he's got a little bit of a narcissism issue, but I mean it's minor detail comparatively to what people are claiming he is. Uh, this is not that bad, people.
Especially when you can obviously see that it's not. How does it feel going to sleep knowing you're the only one that thinks it's working? Oh, Adam Calhoun, trying to convince everybody I'm on drugs.
You're the one. There we go. There it is.
Just dumping them, eating them. Not even drinking water, just chewing them up, swallowing it. Calling jelly.
There we go. I told you all there'd be lag. Anyways, there we go. So that's what I was looking for was who is the same dad? Because I had a feeling. I had a feeling it's aimed at somebody. Lo and behold, it's Eval. I'm not gonna say Eval's a bad guy. I'm not gonna say Upchurch is a bad guy. I am going to say though. I think that this situation is being continued on both sides. And I'm not gonna say names, but I think there's too many reactors out there that are continually talking about Upchurch and Eval. I can think of a few of them from both sides right off the top of my head right now. I could see that. I could see the videos. I could see, great photographic memory. And I genuinely believe this would all just end if you guys left the beef with the beef. Now let them go their separate ways, but stop fucking going and fucking talking about these motherfuckers. Look, I don't mean that in a bad way either. I don't mean like these motherfuckers. No, I mean like stop fucking talking. Leave them alone. This isn't the country rap singing lane anymore. This is literally like you are taking the music genre for all of you who are independent, and it's this is destroying it, guys. I mean, I, I can't say anything because I haven't been, I've been keeping track. Trust me, I have been. I've been having my opinions. But this is the first actual like recording that I'm doing on the situation. And I can't tell anybody what to do. I have no leverage here. I have no pull. Um, Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all you gotta leave this man alone. He's been paying attention to his family lately. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. Ryan's trying his little heart out not to fucking get involved, but y'all keep fucking making this man more and more fragile. And I don't mean that in a bad way either. I mean, you keep shattering his heart like crazy by talking about him. And it's probably depressing the man. I mean, this would fucking drive me up the goddamn fucking wall. I had a beef that happened on and off over the past 2 weeks with another content creator. And it destroys you, bro. I mean, our first one went on 4 or 5 days. This one went on for 3 days. It's just it's it's overkill. I mean, like comparatively, that's not even close. That's like 8 days in all. About a week, a little over a week. This shit's been going on for a year, bro. Leave both these rappers alone, bro. Leave them alone. Just fucking leave them alone. This man been posting stuff lately about like conspiracy theories. He's been going on panels talking about conspiracy theories. He's been avoiding talking about this shit, bro. Y'all fucking reactors and interviewers keep fucking digging into it with him. One of these days he really will snap. Not like the crazy that y'all think he is. Like he'll actually fucking snap, bro. And then crazy will be again, I know. Besides, I struggle with mental health issues too, and this shit. I'm also an addict. Those two combined, not a great fucking mixture. But y'all gotta stop, man. You probably, God, I can't imagine how his girl feels right now. Because whenever he tries to make time for his family, it's probably fucking more bullshit. Calhoun's side is saying something, so then Church's side then responds, and then Calhoun has to say something to get his fans settled down, but then Upchurch has to say something as well to get his fans down, and it's a whole big clusterfuck again. Leave this man alone, for God's sakes, bro, and leave Eval. Leave him alone. Just let him fucking do their own things. They ain't friends anyway. Cool. You guys, your side doesn't fuck with their side doesn't fuck with your side. Cool. Leave them alone. Seriously.
Jelly roll. Telling everybody you don't have dreams. Making fun of me for painting pictures. That's because you don't have any visions.
Okay.
No, you don't dream.
That's actually true.
No, you can't paint any pictures. Because there's nothing inside your head. No good thoughts, no passion, no ideas. Nothing.
Okay, so the no passion, no ideas, the nothing, and no good thoughts. I don't agree with that part. I think that was not stepping too far over the line, but I think that's like tippy-toeing the fucking rope there. But I'm laughing because it's so true. As much as I love Hard Target, he fucked with him about paintings. Simple fucked with him about paintings. Eval has fucked with him about paintings. Mercules really dug into the paintings. I think those were good usages for the bars. But now, not them, but now they're fans. And it's not their fault. You can't control your fans, but you're an independent artist. You're not mainstream. You can't fucking control what the fuck they say or do. Excuse me. But now they got their fans going around, not them personally, but you know what I mean. Their fans. Their fans are running around fucking making fun of this man for painting pictures. Leave this man alone. Come on, bro. And for all of you who say he's cooked, no, it's y'all fucking cooking him. My fucking your stupid shitty comments that you say. Because this man fucking paints some pictures. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Under the means of psychology, that is a great coping skill. That is called art and creation. And if you're creating artwork, who the fuck cares? Leave the man alone. It's a coping skill, coping mechanism. Probably would get some de-stress from this stress. Everything's stressful that he has to fucking speak on all the fucking time. Leave him alone. I okay. I'm noticing that I'm siding more and more with Upchurch. To be honest with you, I don't fucking apologize. I do apologize to Upchurch, though. If he ever sees this, or any of Creek Squad ever sees this, I apologize to all of you for any shit that I've said on Instagram about this man, or in the comment sections on YouTube, that have came off very, very cross because I was being a dick and self-centered. I'm not now. I understand now. Okay, guys, I understand. Like this is pretty genuine. This is very, very genuine comparatively to all of his other fucking shit. I like this one. This one actually tells the whole story, and it's making more and more sense.
Emptiness. So what do? You have to meet up with other empty people that don't have dreams or ideas, which is why they've never succeeded in music. Like Bravo. Bravo. You've done enough damage to yourself. You left your wife and kids high and dry to go hang out with a young stripper and become a rap duet with her. A failed one at that. Does that sound like a good decision to any of y'all out there? No. It's because it's not. Bravo's never made good decisions. Which is why he has stank face all the time. Every time you see him, he got stank face. Even when he's trying to talk all that love shit with him and his girl in their music videos, he still has stank face. He can't get rid of it. It's because he knows he's a loser who's always made bad decisions. But he's too dumb to start making good ones. As for some of the other ones, like Leroy, Prodnax, Demon, and a couple others, I'm not gonna say nothing about y'all. At least y'all were smart enough to get away from them and haven't been seen around him since you figured.
Wait, what the fuck happened with Leroy? Leroy Biggs? Love that man. He's fucking chill as fuck, and he gives great fucking mentorship advice to fucking rappers and artists. Rappers are artists. You know what I mean. Singers, too. So, okay. I have no idea what happened. I just know that man is big on SPN DAT app. Spin that app. I love that app. Fucking amazing. Both his producers are on that app. Anyways, damn. At least he's giving props where they belong. He's not just fucking blatantly calling somebody out in this video. He's giving props where they should be given. And him speaking on the whole fact that like there is a showing difference. You got to know who your real friends are. Now, I am not going to side with the whole Eval's a bad person thing, which is definitely not just what he's saying, but insinuation is big time on this one. And he's insinuating that, Adam is not the best person. But look, y'all don't know these people personally. Now, I know there's videos that have surfaced about both these people here, right? And honestly, we still don't know them. We don't. We know them as artists. Now, if you're fans that have met him multiple times, you've gone to kind of know him a little bit, that's great. But I'm sorry. I shouldn't have this paused right there. That's such a bad look. Watch, somebody's going to clip that and make that their own thumbnail when they fucking come at me. Like, oh, you said this and this about Adam now. But you also said this and this. Should you agree with this? Shut the fuck up. Just let me do my thing. Yes, I understand that I'm starting to swing more towards Upchurch. But that is only because this man has been through fucking enough, bro. Leave him alone. Just leave him alone.
Figured out what was going on. But I will say this. I wish you all had bigger balls. I wish y'all all had bigger balls and believe
Tell
in
him to
yourself
grow up,
more.
touch some
And
grass.
I wish y'all stood up for what your gut feeling knows is right. And you can't say I'm wrong about that either.
Okay.
Your gut feeling is what let y'all disappear from all them. And you haven't been seen since. That's how I know I'm right.
I think it depends on the person. I don't think your gut
To the
feeling
people
is
who've
just
been
automatically
observing
going to
all
make
this
you
go down,
disappear from somebody. I think you have
I
to
want you to
actually
observe
have that
something else.
as your gut feeling to be your gut
Over
feeling.
the next 6 months,
That's neither here nor there, though.
all these individuals who've been blah 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 about me.
Okay, yeah, I agree. But
how their
you're part of it
careers
too. Can't
and their
deny that.
lives
Can't deny that.
deteriorate from this point forward.
All right. So, okay. That's pretty much the end of the video. But I do want to say, when you are part of that, I mean it. Like you kind of are, because you also inserted yourself into. After you got called out and stuff, you started talking trash too. So both sides were talking trash. Okay, again, not being biased here. I'm just saying both sides were kind of in the wrong. Now, as for the growing balls, pretty much touch grass, and I agree. I think you have finally done that, and I say finally because like I said, videos out there. But I have so much more respect for a person who, when they go online and they call these people out, can actually say this kind of stuff and open up in a calm, non-discriminatory way. You know what I mean? He's not degrading anybody. He's not discriminating anybody. He's not bashing. Uh, and I think this was the performance that everybody needed to see. This, as long as he lives by what he just said in this video, as long as he keeps that in mind, I think this will be it. I think this will be what gets him back up again to where he needs to be. I'm not gonna tell this man to get help because he probably does. He probably does. Y'all don't know about these people's personal lives, man. I guarantee you, this man probably has some help where he lives, and I guarantee he probably goes to seek help a lot. Probably has private therapy sessions so that he's not in the public. But again, we don't know that. But ever wonder why he has never responded to anybody telling him to get help? He hasn't even said, no, I'm not going to do it. He hasn't even talked about it, not peep, not fucking word, nothing. Probably because he more than likely does already. But y'all are badgering this man so much. He doesn't have enough time to get out all the things he wants to say. So he's got to fucking combine them. He has to make smart moves when he's talking. I think this video right here goes to show and prove that Upchurch is not a bad man. And I genuinely believe that this right here is but I think I'm leaning more towards Upchurch at this point on all this stuff. But again, I got to keep at least a little bit of balance. So I'm not going to say that I'm siding with anybody specifically anymore. Uh, but I believe that this man, with this video here, is starting to make changes. I do. And reactors, stop putting him through the ringer. God fucking damn it. Leave them both alone. Okay. Peace.